Hello, I'm Graham and welcome back to Man vs Film. This is going to be a movie review for Risky Business from 1983. The movie stars Tom Cruise, Rebecca De Mornay and Joe Pantoliano. It is about the character Joe, played by Tom Cruise, who is a kind of repressed teen who is in his final year of high school, who is very anxious about the future, who is very sexually repressed and who is stuck in between not knowing what his future holds, where he's going to be or how he's going to become the man that he is going to become. One day one of Joel's friends calls a call girl for him and Lana comes into his life, played by Rebecca De Mornay, and she kind of sets him down a path of sexual awakening and allowing him to become the person that he always wanted to be. Risky Business is one of those movies I hadn't seen in years. I remember certain parts of it very well, other parts not so much, and I was looking forward to revisiting it to really see if it stands up as a test of time. It's a movie I remember really liking a lot, and it does have some plus points and some down points, but we'll get into that. The character of Joel this time round really struck me as a very anxious about his future. You see that when he's talking to his friends. They've all got plans about what their future is going to be, and it all involves just making money, the American dream, aiming towards that big nothing that doesn't really matter or fulfill your life. That's what all these people are for. Joel, on the other hand, is a little bit unsure about his future, but doesn't want to let his friends know all about it. He's sexually frustrated as well. There's not many girls in his group, it's all guys. He has these fantasies that he's quite freely telling his friends all about, and they are extremely wild fantasies that a teenage boy would have. They don't really mean anything in the context of life. It's not about him meeting somebody, having an engaging partnership, it's just all about the sex. And it kind of sparks this idea of Joe being alone, kind of isolated and judged by his peers. He feels the weight of all this kind of pushing him down, and that's when Lana comes into the movie and she kind of latches onto Joe, and she is, above all else, the only person in the movie that just sells Joe the truth constantly. She says things the way they are. She doesn't really sugarcoat it. She may not give Joe the full answer, but she never really lies throughout the movie. And she kind of manipulates Joel a little bit. She gives him what he wants, that the sex that he sort of craves, and she said that she'll be his partner, his girlfriend, for a while. She never lets on that it's going to be anything else other than that. And together they do have moments of happiness, but it's ultimately a sort of sad relationship, something that's built on just pure sex and money that's never going to evolve into anything else. But Joe, through the actions and through things that go wrong that he has to deal with, he learns to take a little bit of the pressure off himself, a little bit of the anxiety gets lost, and he becomes that guy that says, what the heck, every now and again. It's also got a score by Tangerine Dream, who I recently heard again on the soundtrack for Thief, and the movie soundtrack, although it's dated, fits perfectly with images on screen and adds a kind of dreaminess about the full movie. And because of like Joel's fantasies and because of this twisted American dream that they have, that everybody just wants money, they don't want any fulfillment, it kind of fits in with that movie, and it just kind of raises the bar a little bit for me. Tangerine Dream is someone I always kind of mocked a little bit, but I'm starting to come back round to really liking them again. On the surface, Risky Business is really good. It is funny, it's got some very interesting characters doing some fun things. I'm not entirely sure whether it was all a huge big setup to start off with, which I'm kind of leaning towards, and I've got a feeling that Joel is just maybe one of many young teenage boys that gets taken advantage of in this way. Joel becomes a character at the end as well that doesn't really have any consequences. Nothing bad's happened to him. He's had a wild time and there's no punishment to that. Everything is just working its way out, and it leaves a little bit of a bad taste in the mouth at the end of the movie. Still, it's got more good points than it does bad points, and for a movie that had came out in 1983, holds up remarkably well, very much down to Cruise's fantastically charismatic performance as Joe. If you haven't seen this movie, or if you haven't seen it in a while, I would definitely suggest putting it on again. I think you'll really enjoy it, much like I did. In fact, I gave Risky Business 4 out of 5. Well worth your time. Have you seen it? And have you seen it recently? Let me know in the comment box your thoughts on Risky Business, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.